Austin, Texas country is Coke FM. Eric Rains live from the Deep Eddy Vodka Media Lounge for Music Fest 2023. Cannon Brand.
How's it going?
How are you, man?
Pretty good. How's Steamboat treating you so far?
You know what? I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, me neither.
Have you had any? Is this official year for you?
No, not yet. I still am doing everything I can. Hopping on open mics, playing with friends, and all that good stuff. But nope, not official yet.
You know what? You're in here in the studio. It's official right here.
Yes, this is official. Though.
There we go. You know what? And I heard Shane Smith tell the story from the Big Tent 2 nights ago, and as far as I'm concerned, that was one of the bigger shows that we've seen here at Music Fest, where he drug his PA up and went and did his own thing. Was not on the bill. Went down and played Slopeside. And there's a lot of artists that do that. There will be the next artist. I remember Parker saying that he did the same thing, and it looks like it kind of worked out for him.
Yep.
So coming up here on your own dime, just to get to know people and shake the tree a little bit, and it's the relationships that really keep this world rolling.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's nowhere like Steamboat for running into people you know and meeting a whole bunch of new people that may or may not have an impact on all this stuff. It's really cool, especially the amount of people I see here from where I'm from, or people I already know. It's just it's so much fun. Around every corner there's somebody like that.
Where are you from? Where is home?
I'm from Willis, Texas, so about 50 miles north of Houston. But I kind of usually say Conroe because Conroe is a little more recognizable, but
that's the same thing. I live in Salado. When somebody asks me, I'm like, Austin? Okay, it's easier for people to tell. You've been up here several times in this studio. I know Kyle Hutton brought you up here before and introduced you to me.
Yes, sir.
Sent me your music. Have you worked with Kyle? How has he influenced you, and what has that been like?
So I got to meet Kyle opening for Corey Morrow when I was 16.
How old are you now?
21. So I have been working with Kyle in some form or fashion since that day. So many years now. He's kind of been one of my greatest mentors, and we've written together a lot. And he's helped me keep the arrow in the right direction. So
he's sitting in the room right here. The best advice and the best knowledge that he's passed on you, because clearly he's done this on many realms, whether it be a performer, a songwriter, a great host, having his own TV show that's successful. I mean, what's the best advice that he's turned on to you? I know that's a kind of a
I don't know.
question.
There's been a lot. I mean, I think this is going to sound a bit cliche, but it's just one of the revolving truths about music is, playing music and trying to do it for a living is a big wave like this. It's up and down, and it's just keep chugging and don't throw in the towel when you're in a downslope, because it's going to come back up again. And that's been one thing for me is, of course, there's been ups and downs the whole time, but it always felt like, one more door, one more step, no matter what it took. So just keep chugging along. Also write a bunch, because your first bunch of songs are going to be really bad. That's another.
Yeah, that's incredible advice. Well, William Beckman tells a story from Radney Foster. Early on, I want to say he was in high school when Beck was trying to get started. And he got to know Radney Foster because of Del Rio and being in the area. And Radney said, go write 100 songs this year and then come back. And
I've heard him tell that story.
Yeah, and I was thinking, 100 songs?
It's a lot of songs.
And he said he came back and he said, Radney asked him, do you have any great songs yet? And he goes, no, I really don't. It was just a lesson in. So it's the same thing he was telling you. Just he or she who hold the stage wins, so just keep getting back up there, I think, is the best advice.
Yeah. Also, one thing Kyle introduced me to that, in my younger head was just not really something I thought about at first for some reason, was just the world of co-writing and collaborating with others, because you're going to have something they didn't think of, they're going to have something you didn't think of, and at the end of the day, you're going to create something, possibly a whole lot better than you could have done on your own. So, because my first co-writes were with him and some people he introduced me to, so that was an important step for younger me, for sure.
Yeah, because I do think somewhere down the road, or maybe early on, if you are a good writer, you're not willing to open that door for other people to step in. I know a lot of writers have struggled with, I feel uncomfortable walking into a room, with, Dean Dillon's on the mountain. What if Dean said, hey, come in and write a song with me? That might be hard.
Yeah, for real. I don't so much have a problem with, opening up, I guess. It's more, for me, it's more, especially if you're writing with somebody who's known for being a great songwriter or, you know, really established, it's like bringing ideas to the table that are, you know, good enough to even, you know, bring to them. That's my thing right
It's
there.
funny you say it. I know we're going deep in the weeds on writing, but I think it's an interesting thing. Somebody sitting right here, I'll forget who they were because I can't remember anything today, but they said it's like boxing. All right, here's my line, jab, it's your turn. And sometimes you're afraid you can't jab back. You can't write a line to match that.
Definitely.
Candy Brand, which I think is the coolest name. I even asked Kyle off. I was like, that is real name?
Yeah, I got lucky. It is my real name.
That's going to look good on a
Cannon
poster.
Austin Brand.
Cannon Austin Brand.
Yep.
That's going to look good on a poster.
Yeah, it's done us some favors with branding and merchandise.
Marketing, absolutely. Play us a song. What are you going to play for us?
I think I'm going to start off with a single we had some good success with over the last couple years that's a part of this new record we got coming out in March. And I like the Steamboat always brings this song back up to me because I got invited to some like a Rebecca Creek radio thing up here on the 7th floor, and I met a lot of people, artists that were heroes to me, and then I networked with a lot of new people as well. And I actually, before I knew, you know James Lynn?
Oh, yeah.
He's been up here. Yeah. Before I knew him, they wanted him to play, and he was like, "Oh man, I would, but I didn't bring my guitar." And I didn't even know who he was, but I'm like, hey man, you know, borrow my guitar, no problem. And
it's networking right there, man.
Long story short, he played a song that made me realize it was him, and I'm like, "Oh, it's you. Okay, cool." And so we hit it off, and we ended up co-writing just a couple weeks after Steamboat was over, and that resulted in the best song that we've had so far in terms of performance, and definitely one of my favorites on the record. It's called Me and You. Every time that I pass by your street, it's been a while, but I can't help but think about my old Ford parked out by your fence. How simple things were way back then, when we were watching the stars in the bed of that truck. You looked at me and swore you'd never give up, singing every word to that song that was on the radio. I crossed my heart and I promised to. I've heard those words a time or two. They bring me back to when our love was new. And through the radio static they come slipping through, and I'm right back to me and you, to me and you. The windows open, speakers way up loud, feet up on the dash and your hair down, not giving thought to if this would all end. We gave it all and I'd give it all again. I crossed my heart and I promised to. I've heard those words a time or two. They bring me back to when our love was new. And through the radio static they come slipping through, and I'm right back to me and you. I crossed my heart and I promised to. radio static, they come slipping through, and I'm right back to me and you, to me and you. Every time that I pass by your street, it's been a while, but I can't help but think.
It's good.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Ken and Brand live here in the Deep Eddy Vodka Media Lounge with Austin's Coke FM.